Right, now today I'm going to read you a story. It's called The Terrible Plop. We're going to have a conversation around it. What we're going to do while I'm reading the stories, we're going to do what great readers do. In fact, can you tell me what great readers do first? I might even put it up here just before we start to remind me of great readers, because I've heard that you're all great readers. So what are some things that great readers do? Have a little think and turn and tell the person next to your talking partner. Let's have a practice. Turn and tell them one thing you know that great readers do. You'll need to turn back round. Can you turn and tell your Nicholas, what does a great reader do? What do you reckon a great reader does, Christian?
They read and they use the pictures to tell.
They do read and use the pictures. Fantastic thinking. And I'm thinking that today I'm going to tell you that they think all the way through the story. Okay? All right, and let me do my clap, back together. All right, I heard some great ideas. I'm going to write Christian's idea up here first because he was sharing with me, and that they use the pictures. Because great readers do use the pictures. And Summer, can you tell me something that your partner told you about great readers? We're going to think all the way through... Oh, you knew what was in my mind. The book. We're going to practice thinking all the way through the book. And readers do all sorts of different kinds of thinking. So let's have a go at that first of all today. You'll need to make sure that you're sitting on your bottoms and you're ready for learning. Make sure your legs are crossed. That'll help you to sit still. Well done. I love the way you're sitting with your legs crossed there, ready to learn. The Terrible Plop. Now, I want you to use, great readers use the front cover to think about what they already know. And I can see here, so I'm going to show you something, The Terrible Plop. This is a title, but I'm noticing on the title, Marilou, can you hold the secret inside? Well done. On the front cover here, this word terrible. What sound can you hear at the beginning of terrible? Say terrible. Terrible. What can you hear? So you can hear t, but the letter T is the letter that we write. And what shape can you see? Have a close look. The tree. Watch closely in this book. I'm wondering if the author has left us a message on the front cover, and we'll talk about it again later. Next to the lake, in a tree up high, a round red apple swings in the sky. Soft in the wind and the tree bends low, the round red apple is all aglow. Can someone help us? Aglow. Can you tell us what aglow means? It's glowing, it's shining, like a light's inside it. Did you hear that great thinking? This is what great readers do all the way through their reading. They're thinking about what do the words mean, what's going to happen next. But suddenly comes a terrible plop. Oh, it could have been splash, but guess what? This word starts with a plop. Fantastic thinking, but now we know it's plop. Well done. Bang, because it would have made a splashing noise into the water. Up jump the rabbits. Hop, hop, hop. They shout to each other. Run, don't stop. We must get away from the terrible plop. Very frightened. I can see they're frightened here. Look at this clue the illustrator's left. Those rabbits are looking very frightened. So I know that they heard this noise, and it says plop here, but it might have been splash, and they're running away. Wait, little rabbits, calls the fox as they pass. Where are you hopping to so very fast? No, no, Brown Bear, we cannot stop. We must get away from the terrible plop. The terrible plop? What do I care about a silly old plop? Yawned the big brown bear. Oh no, Brown Bear, they cry, you're wrong. The plop is fierce, the plop is strong. It's coming to get you. It's coming, you'll see. What? Growls the brown bear. Stronger than me. Do you think the Plop is stronger than the brown bear?
No.
Thumbs up if you think that Plop is stronger than the brown bear. Just put it down low, show me. Thumbs down if you think that the brown bear will be stronger than the Plop. Do you think that the brown bear's stronger than the Plop? Plop's stronger than the brown bear. Oh, we're thinking that the brown bear's strong. Let's find out. Remember, we're doing our thinking as we read. And sometimes people aren't sure. I can see that. That was a great thing down the back there. And he grabs with his paw at the one coming last, the littlest rabbit who runs very fast, not so fast, the littlest rabbit with the littlest hop, but the greatest fear of the terrible
Plop.
Now, little rabbit, you show me where. Where is the place of the Plop? Snarls the big brown bear. Oh, please, big bear, don't make me go. I'm afraid of the Plop, you know. Thinking, keep that thinking going. But the bear roars back. You show me where, or I'll eat you up, roars the big brown bear. Listen carefully. Poor little rabbit. Blink, blink, blink. Poor little rabbit. Think, think, think. I'm afraid of the Plop, and I'm afraid of the bear, but the bear is here, and the Plop is there. What do you think he's going to do? Turn and tell your talking partner. Is the rabbit going to show the bear where the Plop is, or stay and have whatever else happens? Quick, turn back round to your talking partner. And what do you think? He's not going to show. Rabbit's going to stay. He's not going to show the bear. What did you reckon? Is he going to show?
No.
No. Okay. Everyone, all right. Turning back round. I should do my back to the front. All right. Let's see. Layla, can you tell us what you talked about with your partner, listening carefully to what Layla has to say? Layla's thinking the rabbit will go and show the bear. Did someone else talk about something different to the rabbit going to show the bear? Something else? Yeah. Suddenly comes a terrible... Look closely. Can you see what happened there, Artin? You're right down the back. Can you see what's going on here? What do you think? What was the Plop?
The apple.
Can you see? Tell me why. Turn and tell the person next to you why. If we think it's the apple, how do you know? How do you know, Christian?
Because I knew the Plop wasn't strong.
Oh, you knew the Plop wasn't strong. And what about, I can't see your name there, David. Did you see what happened? Did you see him down here? Fantastic. And turning back round. Quick. Back to the front. Well, let's read on. There's been a bit of a clue here, because here's the tree at the front. What did you notice? Let's read on. But this time the rabbit does not hop. Wow, listen to this. The wind rolls down from the top of the hill, but this time the littlest rabbit sits still and turns to speak to the big brown bear. But the big brown bear is not. Great readers are thinking what might happen. Let's look, David. I can tell you're a great reader. Is not there. Oh, here's the clue. Can you see that in the picture here? The illustrator's given us a clue. The rabbit calls out to the big brown bear. Where are you going to, bear oh where? And the bear cries back.
Because it's scared.
Summer's predicting the bear's going to cry back. Oh, the terrible Plop! I cannot stop. Quick, it's coming. Everyone help me. The terrible Plop. Fantastic, the terrible Plop. You two having a go? You can join us as well. What do you think?
The bear won't come back.
The bear won't come back?
That looks like real chocolate.
It does look like real chocolate cake.
No, that looks like a brick.
It does. Fantastic. And turning back round. Back together. All right. Wonder how we write hop. What can we hear at the beginning? You already know that. So here we go. H-O-P. What sounds can we hear when we write hop? Let's listen to the sound. H. Oh, that's a letter name. O, H. 3 sounds. Let's listen to them again. Show me on your fingers. David, can you show? Oh, fantastic. All right. Now, I'll show you a trick because I know that you're very good at doing this. I'm going to write that letter H, making the H sound, onto a sticky note. Look what I'm going to do here. I'm going to take this off. It's all gone. What have I got left when I take off the H? Op. Op. Is that a word? Op. But, so now, have I made it into a word? Hop. All right. Have a think. Do you know any other words that rhyme with hop? So I'm going to take the H. We had Tyrone. Tyrone. Yeah, we've just heard the word cop. What sound do we hear at the beginning of cop? The letter C makes the k sound in cop. So I'm going to write, have a look here, what have I got now? Op, cop. I'll put that up here. What's the word from the story that rhymes with hop? Violet. D and an R, making drrr. All right, here we go. Can't trick you. Any other words? Because did you know that the apple dropped out of the tree to make the plop in the water? Harry, top. What letter will I need for that? Makes the t sound, T. Dion, you know what this letter is? T. And what will happen when we put it up here? T, op, top. Well done. Stop, top. Anything else? Flop. Layla, flop. Can you all say flop? Let's stretch it out. All, off, flop. What is the first sound we said? That's the sound. Letter F and L. Flop. Here it is. Flop. Well done. Have we missed any? You're going to get a whiteboard. I'll give it to you in a moment. And I want you to see how many op words you can write. Here's the clue. If you look here, you've got mop. You can just think about, if I put that letter H back in here, Dion, what word would I have made now? Op. Hop. Fantastic. Or if I put shh back in here. All right, but I'm leaving them over here so they're clues, but there are other ones, like I know a word we haven't used yet. We do this, chop. You might be able to write that word. Okay, we'll see. We only got a couple of minutes. How many op words can we write? You ready? Let's go. You stay there and I'm going to give you...
Pass them around.
I might just quickly... You can pass these around for me. Off you go. How many op words can you write? Here you are. Look, there's a couple here for you. In case you need to rub anything out, we'll share the erasers. How many op words can you write? Fantastic. If you rub that out, let's see if we can make just the first letter. Let's see if we can make mop. What can you hear at the beginning of mop? David, can you tell me what can you hear looking at me? Do you know what letter we use to write the sound? I'll help you. It's like this. The letter M. See if you can make it say mop. All right, you've got top. No, you don't have to rub them out each time. You don't need to rub them out. You can actually write top. Now you can write mop, hop, stop, all the way round. See if you can fill your board with them, Nellie. All right. What else could you... What if you put the T in front? What word would you make then, Dion? The letter T makes a T sound. Do you know how to write a letter T? That's it, T.
Or I can do
You can do the capital one and the lowercase one, can't you? That's very clever. Let's just use the lowercase one today and then the O. All right, let's just put our pens down now because I think it's time for us to stop. You've done so much great writing. I'd like you to put your lid on your texter and put the texter on top of your board. Don't rub anything off. I'm just wondering if maybe, Ava, could you just read 2 words that you've written? Big voice, though. Bop. And plop. Have you got 2 different words from bop and plop you can share with us? Mop. Did anyone else have mop? Give it a tick. If you've got mop, find it on your board and give it a big tick. Mop. Here it is. Mop. It'll look like this. All right, one last thing before we go back to your other learning. Tyrone, you did some great learning today. I'm going to tell you something about now you are so clever. Now you know how to... We're going to write this. Have a look at this. I'm needing your help. Is this Dion here? You were so clever at writing those words today. Watch up here because this is what you can do now. Now I can write... I shouldn't have all of these other words on here, should I? I'm going to write maybe the word plop, because that was in our story today. Plop, plop, plop. I can write... What was the word that you wrote today, Dion? Mop. Let's look. You can now write mop. And another word we heard was up the back. Pop and flop I heard, and chop, and it goes on and shop. Lots of words. So now if you remember how to write plop from our story, you'll be able to write all these words that have the op rhyme. Well done.